Yo, 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 how you guys doing today? Once again, your boy Tony from Cali. Yeah, I know I'm looking scroungy. I've been working, I've been doing my thing, but we want to tell you guys what we're getting ready to do. We're getting ready to show you the Panavision DXL3. Yeah, they don't make a DXL3, but I made a DXL3. I'm building a DXL3 right now, so we're keeping it real. So your boy Tony from Cali, once again, happy broadcasting, building, budget Thursday. But we're gonna probably go into Friday. We're gonna probably be working, today and tomorrow on the project. As y'all can see in the back, with further due notice, you can see we got three layers of material here. This is actually the printouts. This is the printouts of the, I might as well show you that first. The printouts from Walmart, keeping it real, okay? This is the actual printout. I told you I was gonna build it. I told you I was gonna do it. You guys don't believe me when I tell you I'm gonna do it. So that's just that. That's one side. The other side, I did it with a different screenshot, so it's okay though. Hopefully, I dropped it on the ground. Hopefully you guys can see that's got my call letters on there. The DX3, okay? The DXL3, okay? Panavision, keeping it real, okay? I'll mess this picture up, okay? Dropped it on the ground here. So, what we're getting ready to do is we're getting ready to take it to another whole level. And we've already taken the other pieces and bolted them together. I was gonna do a video on that, but that was kind of tedious. I had to find bolts and stuff and correct bolts to make it work. Still haven't stabilized it all the way yet, but as you can see, I'm picking it up right now. Look how big it is. Yeah, this is how it looks. Okay, this is how it looks, folks. I want you to see the whole container, the whole thing here. You got the cup from the $5 store. You got a handle here too, so you can actually lift it here. I'm gonna put some reinforcement rails across down here. I don't know what kind of rails. I got some thin rails that I'm gonna use, probably like from Walmart or the dollar store, but we're gonna get some thin rails that's gonna go down here. It's gonna support the lens. They call that usually it's 15mm rods and all that kind of stuff. We're not gonna use 15mm rods. We don't care what they are. They could be 16mm rods. But we're gonna put some rods that's gonna come out of here with some kind of bracket system, and it's gonna support this so that it doesn't, the lens don't, I don't know, but we're gonna support it. And this is gonna be the camera. This is the camera right here. This was a storage compartment unit. They said it a pantry storage unit for like beans, and still got the sticker on there. Flour, sugar, rice, beans, oats, and more. Oatmeal, whatever you want to put in there. So that's what that was, and I like it because of the handle. Look at the handle. So you see that I can hold it from the handle, and it supports pretty good. But we're gonna make it stronger. Probably put a couple more bolts through here. I got one bolt through each one of these. One bolt nut washers through each one, and I just got through drilling the holes for that. And yeah, use some old bolts that I already had. I didn't have to go buy anything for that. This is a trash can from the 99-cent store. This is actually another one. The other one, the blue one, I just replaced it for the bathrooms. So I put that one in the bathroom because I wanted a black one because then I don't have to do that much painting. And that's what we're gonna talk about. We're gonna get ready and paint this. I think I should prime it first. Take all the stickers off, if I want to do it real nice, take the stickers off, prime it. But I'm just going to do a quick overview, just a paint over it, just to see what it looks like. And it's probably not going to come out very well, but who cares? I don't feel like taking all these stickers off. I'm going to paint over the stickers. I'm going to paint right over the stickers for right now. But we want to show you, this is the progress of the DXL3. Once again, the DXL has never been made. The DXL3 is not made. The DXL2 came out in 2018. So now we're in 2025. They should have a DX3 by now, right? But they don't. So I'm making my own DX3. Okay? Panavision. Read my lips. And what we're gonna do is I got a small Panasonic camera that's gonna go in here. It's a high definition Panasonic camera that's gonna go in here. It's gonna be wired up through here. Wires are gonna go through the lens. And into this compartment right here. This compartment opens up, which is really nice. It opens up. It had another divider thing there here. We don't care about that right now, but it had another divider thing on there. I made me off the computer or something onto that, or battery backups or something. I should have showed you guys that, but it had another divider thing here. I don't know what that was for. And it's pretty cool. It's made out of plastic, so we're probably gonna put that back in. And then we'll have the computer in here. We can put it in your batteries. I can put ventilation holes. I can do all kinds of stuff with this thing. This is a huge container. What's cool about it is you can have your batteries in here. You can have your headphones in here. You can have a full computer in here. You have everything. You just grab it by the handle and you're ready to go. And once again, I got two handles here. So I can grab it by here, by the middle handle. If I wanted to be balanced more, now I'm walking around with my big camera. You know what I'm saying? Put it on my shoulder. Put my big camera on the shoulder. And you see what it look like? Ain't that crazy? Ain't that crazy? Yeah. And what's funny about it is light. So I built it so that it's light. It's still gonna have the power, and I'll still be able to stream. Now we are gonna still put a mat box on here. I forgot about the mat box, huh? I haven't put that on here yet. The mat box is gonna go in here. And then the mat box is also gonna have a cell phone where you can pop the cell phone in the mat box. So if you don't wanna use the other camera in here, then you can put the mat box on. And I gotta think about that. I gotta think about how I'm gonna do that. Because I gotta cut a hole in the mat box. I'll cut a hole in the mat box. We'll put the mat box on there, and then we'll have it to where you can put a cell phone in there, and then you can also shoot through the mat box. Okay? So yeah, this is it. Look at this baby. You can hold it like this. Now you got a big old camera. I'll probably put some kind of strap right here where you can hold it like this. Ain't that nice? And who you know got a big camera? Who you know got a big lens like this? So this is like a $100,000 lens. If you were to buy this in the real store, it would cost you like $100,000. But we built it really cheap, $5 for this. I think they charged me maybe $2 for the trash can. And this bottle right here, this is just a caramel popcorn bottle that probably cost me about $3 or $4 or $5 at one time. This is the bigger bottle. A couple days ago I showed it to you with the smaller, medium-sized bottle, but this is the biggest bottle that I can find, and it lines up perfectly. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna put some banding across here, some kind of plastic banding around here, probably cut up another bottle, put some banding over here so it'll have that smooth look once I'm done with it. But we're gonna go ahead and paint it right now. I'm just gonna go ahead and throw some paint on here, and we'll see what it looks like. We're just gonna throw some paint right over. I'm not gonna prime it. I'm gonna set it here in this chair, and we're gonna shoot it with a couple coats of paint, and just see what it looks like. Let me get this dusty cardboard out real quick, and we're gonna, just bear with me. I don't wanna paint the whole house up here. Okay. So we're just gonna shoot a couple coats of paint on this and see what it looks like. But anyway, once again, I just want to tell you guys, this is Bro Building Budget Thursday. I was gonna try to do it all and have it ready for Friday, because Friday is when I do my big grand finale. But you know what? It doesn't matter. Bro Budget Building. Hope they gave me the right paint. Does it look all right? Don't look black on here. Okay. I say black gloss. Yes, black gloss. Got this at Walmart. This is like $2 and something for the paint. Always want to shake it up real good. I'm just gonna do a light spray over this right here, just to do like a coverall of the camera itself. Can you guys see that? Let's bend it down here a little bit. Okay. Just bear with me. Bear with the cinematography here. We'll do some light spray painting on here. Once again, I might be able to take off some of these stickers. Let's see if I can take off this sticker right here. It says flour, sugar. This one probably peels off pretty good. Little flour, sugar sticker. We'll take that one off. And the one on the side here, these stickers are hard to get off sometimes, so I'm not gonna worry about it. I'm just gonna paint over it because I can always paint it better later. Paint it up a little bit, do a quick spray over everything, and call it a day. It's not that stable where I have it, but hang on, folks. Hang on for 1 second here. That's good. I don't care about the chair. I just don't want to get it all over the walls and stuff like that. Let's see what it looks like real quick. This is just a quick, yeah. It's gonna look real good. Look at that. See, my lens is down. Now, I looked at this cup earlier. They had a cup at Walmart, and they wanted like $22 for the cup. That's too much. I tried to do Bro Budget Building, and this is what Bro Budget Building is all about. Bro Budget Building is about doing something really quick, really fast, and you're not trying to spend a whole lot of money. This cup only cost me $5, and I like it. It's solid. It's stainless steel. And you can see it's already making a big difference. Already. It does not look like what I just showed you. That quick, I've already transformed it a little bit. Look at that. Look at that. That's amazing, folks. Now we hit this up a couple times. Now you're supposed to go like this, really. You're supposed to go up and down, up and down. Now this is not going to even be seen because the print is actually going to go over this. So this is not even important. It doesn't have to look that good because the print's going to be on top of this. I don't even have to waste any paint on this. I could have left it clear. See, I try to do things fast. I don't waste a lot of time. I didn't do any measurements. I didn't even measure the center when I was putting the bolts through it. I just kind of eyeballed it, and that's what I usually do. Okay? So look how that looks already. You guys tell me what you think. Tell me what you think. I think it looks pretty good. That looks pretty good. That's the camera, that's the lens. You know, you see that quick. I just put like a little quick coat on it. I didn't prime it or anything. I usually I prime this stuff. I really want it to look really, really good. But I don't care about that. Just painting over the stickers. This is like a quick job. Say you had to go do a quick job for somebody, and all of a sudden you needed a big camera. You couldn't walk in there with your little iPhone to do a job, and you want to charge somebody $1,000. They're not going to pay you $1,000 with your little iPhone. They might, but I doubt it. But with this, now you can get your price. That looks good. That looks heck good. I don't know if you guys can see that, but look at that. Bam. $100,000 lens right there. $100,000 lens. Camera body made out of Tupperware. $10 for the body. I didn't want to pay $10. I was trying to be cheap. But gotta do what you gotta do. Oh shoot. Dang. You guys still there? Sorry about that, folks. I dropped it in the water too. Tripod fell down. I didn't have the legs spread out far enough. My fault. Got too excited too. But look how that looks, folks. Look how that looks. That's pretty amazing. I got the phone upside down. Let's turn it back around. Hopefully don't mess up my, dang, I don't know how I did that. Okay. Let me put it on here better. I got too excited, folks. But that's what happens when you do little projects like this. I told you guys I get excited sometimes. I do get excited. And I didn't have the legs spread it out far enough. Man, my phone is still in good shape. Did it break or anything? Nope. Everything looks good. Okay. Sorry about that. But that's what I talk about keeping it real. When I talk about keeping it real, there's no editing. There's no editing right now. There's nothing. It's just pure, boom, doing the video. You know what I'm saying? Your boy Tony Cali, keeping it real. Doing my paint on here. Having a good time. Hey, this thing looks good already. Like I said, I could have took the labels off, made it look even more professional, but I don't care about all that. Now we're gonna put some numbers on here, some stickers on the lens, and we're gonna make it look like it's a $100,000 lens. You know, I think they have, I forgot what the millimeters were, but like 250 to 1,000 to 2,000 or something like that. I don't know what we're gonna put on there. We're gonna put some numbers on there. It's gonna look really nice, and there's gonna be some more banding around here to give it that smoother look on the bottom. I'll let you guys see that part again. Just bear with me. Let me adjust this tripod here a little bit. Okay. So right here, there's gonna be some banding around there to give you that smoother look. And then we're gonna have numbers on here, and we're gonna paint some numbers in there and all that kind of stuff, or I don't know, get a ruler or something and wrap it around it to give it that more professional look instead of just all black. But that's it. This is what it looks like. Give it one more coat in here in the middle here a little bit. And like I said, this is not going to even matter because you're going to have the labeling is going to be on this. I forgot about that. So this really doesn't even matter. everything that I'm painting right now, it does not even matter. That actually looks pretty good. That's just the overall quick. Just an overall quick cover up of everything. And I like painting. I'm not a good painter, but I like painting. Been doing this all my life. Back in the day when I used to go to the clubs, I'd be out here painting the gold chains, keeping it real. You guys should go back and look at some of my old videos. I used to paint the gold chains. Okay, so I think that's enough. I'll go ahead and let that marinate for a little while. We'll go back to fixing my camera here. I don't even have this tripod lined up perfectly. Very good. Back it up a little bit. You guys just bear with me. So once again, your boy Tony from Cali. This is what I do, folks. This is what I do. This is the first. This is actually, you know what? I have another camera that I built a couple years ago. Let me go grab that real quick. I built that one a couple years ago. I didn't really, it's not all that great, but hang on. Okay, I'm back, folks. Sorry about that. Like I said, no editing. This is all live. This camera I built a couple years ago. I know it looks kind of tacky, so don't laugh, okay? This is what kind of gave me the idea. Actually, I built several of these. This was supposed to be my big baby back then. So I built this a couple years ago, WBN, Channel 63, 8K, got the lens on there and everything. Printed this out at Walmart. Printed this whole thing out at Walmart. This was supposed to be my big baby. And I didn't really like it. I stretched the camera out and I added other cameras in between there. This is actually that Sony camera I told you about. It's called the Z750. This is the Sony Z750 ENG high definition ENG camera, 4K, blah blah blah. It's like a very expensive camera. I think it's like 37,000 or something like that. It's pretty expensive. So I took half of that camera and then I combined another camera in the back. The Arri Alexis is right here in this section right here. This is the Arri Alexis. And then right down here, I believe this was the, I couldn't think of, I liked a lot of different cameras, so I kind of merged a whole bunch of different cameras together. Right here, the 8K part right here where you see the VU meters, this was actually the Ursa, the original Ursa, not the Ursa Mini, but the original Ursa that came out. Forgot what year. This was the Ursa, high definition, 4K camera, whatever. And then this one right here in the back is another camera, part of a camera body. This was it was probably the Venice, Sony Venice. I don't know if it's the Venice 1 or the Venice 2. I think I put two of them back there to make it kind of balance out. And then the Anton Bauer battery. And then you see the antennas and everything. And I never finished this one like I really wanted it. I was going to cut it and streamline and everything. This is just 2 cardboard boxes. This is just 2 cardboard boxes. And the goal was to, you have like a matte box look in the front here. This is actually wood. This was like a wooden tray that I got from the dollar store, painted it, and then what I did is I put like the GoPro in there. I drilled a hole in here, I had a mount, and then the GoPro was in here. GoPro or any action camera, and that gave you the look of your big cinema camera. Then you put it on your shoulder like this. I'll raise this up. Then you can put it on your shoulder like this, and you're like, yeah, I got a professional camera. That's the way I roll. You know what I'm saying? Look what I'm look what I'm shooting with. Look what I'm shooting with. I was gonna cut all this out too. I never did cut all that all out. We'll probably finish this up one day. But I was just playing around with this. I was playing around with the concept. And that's what kind of gave me the idea to do a better one. And that's where we are right now in 2025, to make a better one. So now you got your big camera, it's really light, and then the GoPro was sitting in here, and your GoPro was doing all the work. Your GoPro or whatever action camera you had at the particular time, you could put in there. You could even put a cell phone in there. And I'd probably have a strap on here and you hold it like this. And now you got your big camera when you go out to shoot. Look how big that baby is. Side view. Okay? So this was something I built back in probably 2022. Somewhere around there, 2022, I was just experimenting with. And I built several other ones too, because what I did is all these, this is a printout. This was like a poster. This was like a poster printout that I had printed out at Walmart. And I went up there and picked it up. I did both sides. I had the dimensions were perfect. I did a lot of reversing up. I had to reverse this camera and line it all up. It took a little while for me to to do that because I don't usually do all that. So I had to reverse everything to make sure everything was like perfect, everything lined up. And on this one, it's going to be a little different because I actually got 2 different sides from 2 different images that I found, and I didn't have time to do it. I didn't want to spend too much time doing that. I don't have Photoshop right now. I don't have Photoshop set up, but I did all this in Photoshop, and then I put it like in Microsoft Word or something, and then I would just print it out, and that's that. So this was the original big boy broadcasting camera, okay? And that's what it's all about. Taking your whole production and taking it to another whole level and making it to where you can, if you want to make some money. Or I'm just having fun right now. But if you wanted to make some money, you could do something like this. Now I did print out a couple of other ones like this a couple of years ago. And what I did is I printed them out and I put them on real bodies, real actual body cameras, like I showed you a couple of days ago. The Vericam body, P2 body, one of the, I was using the, I think it was DVC, I can't remember, but it was the old Sony cameras back in the day. DVC Pro, no, it wasn't even DVC Pro. It was the Sony DVX, I can't even remember, but it was the old Sony DV cams, I think it was DV cam. DV cam 300 or whatever, and I would take the same printout and put that over the body. Now, so now you have a heavier camera, you have a heavy body, it looks more realistic, and you can do that. But I wanted to go light this time, light as possible. That's why this is all plastic. I wanted to do everything plastic. This is cardboard, this is pretty light. And I wanted to go light because when you build something on a heavy level, then you got to worry about having a real nice tripod. And I don't want to spend a lot of money on big tripods and all this other stuff. So I wanted to go light. So this cheap tripod that just fell down a little while ago will actually hold this. Once I built the brace on there, I'm gonna build a bottom brace with a couple rails. Let's thought about that. I can probably use one of my old tripods too. Yeah, I can probably use one of my old tripods, the legs or whatever, to make this stronger if I want to do that. Just like one leg. You don't need a whole lot of legs. Maybe 2 legs. I'm gonna try to make this as light as possible so you can put it on just a cheap tripod. You go to Walmart, you buy a tripod. This is gonna be able to go on that cheap tripod. Your computer system is gonna be in the back. We're gonna put a mini computer in there. I'm gonna take my other mini computer. I've been bouncing it around. I got another mini computer. I'm gonna take that one and put that one inside of here, and that will be the main computer. I think which one I want to put in there. I think I know which one to put in there. So I'm gonna put that computer in here, and then once we put the printout on there, you know, you might see some cables coming out through the back or through the side or something. That's cool. HDMI cables and all that kind of stuff. So this will be able to plug. It'll be able to plug into other monitors and stuff. We're gonna put a couple monitors on here. I got 2 monitors right now. 2 little. Actually, I got a couple of them. I got 2 of them that I bought. They were really cheap. They're like 38 bucks. And those monitors are 4K monitors. No, they're not even 4K monitors. Don't matter. But they're video monitors that will go on here. So you'll have a monitor on here. I'll probably put 1 monitor on here. I don't know if I'm gonna put 2. I might do 2. 2 monitors, and then there's gonna be a tripod. The computer's gonna be in there. You'll be able to turn on OBS. And you guys know what OBS is, right? OBS, the online broadcasting software, whatever. You'll be able to use that in this computer and do a whole live stream, everything from this camera. This is going to be a real camera. Once again, we're using a Panasonic HD camera. I gotta find it. I can't even find it right now. It's in the house somewhere. But I got a little Panasonic HD camera, and I think it's a hard drive camera too. But we're going to use that camera or one of my other Panasonic cameras later. I can't get in my storage right now, so I'm keeping it real. Once again, I'm still locked out of my storage, keeping it real. So once I get in my storage, I can get the other cameras. I got a couple Panasonic little small ones that can actually go in here too. But I think those are 720p. We want to go at least 1080p. So we're going to have a camcorder in the lens section of the camera, in the actual lens, at the end of the lens, and that's going to be wired through the lens. Okay, the wiring from the HDMI and all that stuff, it's going to come right back. It's going to feed into here. It's going to feed into the main computer, and then the computer is going to be connected to some monitors here. And I'll have external HDMI connectors on here. I'll probably get a couple jacks where you have the external outputs where you can just plug in like other monitors. You can take this thing over a friend's house, plug it into their big TV, and you got a computer. So it's basically going to be a computer with a camera. I might put in that big lens, I could put 2 cameras in there. That's what's crazy. I could put 2 little Panasonic cameras in there, which would be kind of cool. Then think about that. And if I wanted to get like 2 different angles or something, or zoom in on one and the other one could be like a wide shot, that would be cool. And it could be going into OBS. And what the beauty of this is that you use capture cards. The little capture cards are like $7. So when you put the computer in here, now you hook up 2 capture cards. Let me think about that. Yeah, you hook up 2 capture cards, and they're connected into USB 3.0. And then now you're able to switch camera 1, camera 2, all off of one camera. So you can have one, like a close-up shot. I have a close-up shot of me like this, close-up shot of me like this, and then I can have a wide shot of me talking about whatever I'm talking about, all out of one camera, out of this one camera. You just put the camera there, and then you have a switcher. You don't even have a switcher. You just use a keyboard, because the keyboard, you use your hotkeys. You use the hotkeys on the keyboard to control the settings in OBS. So you're able to switch back and forth. Camera 1, camera 2, camera 1, camera 2. And you got all your graphics, your titles, everything. All the broadcasters that you see me build, from the helicopter broadcaster to, you haven't seen the car broadcaster yet, but the car broadcaster, we're still putting that together. Like I said, I gotta get back into my storage, can't get in there right now. The car studio broadcasting system, yeah, that's the Metro car broadcaster. All of the broadcaster systems have OBS with title capability, okay? And that's the reason that I'm doing all this. I'm doing all this to show you that you don't have to go out and spend thousands of dollars on cameras and stuff like that, unless you're in that business. Like my buddy, the Cranky Cameraman. The Cranky Cameraman, we might put some more of his footage out tonight. Show some more of his footage. The Camera Cranky Man, he's been in Texas. I think he lives in Texas, or Antonio, Texas, one of the parts of Texas. And he's out there and he's doing live events, news events for, was it News Nation Now or something like that. He's always out there with Jorge and a bunch of other people. That's my boy out there. That's my boy. I love you, bro. I love you out there, man. You're doing a good job. Now, he has the FX6 cameras, the FX9, the Buranamo, what do you call it, Burano? The Burano, the Sony Burano, and he has a whole bunch of other cameras. The EX, I think he used the EX1 the other day, EX1 or EX3. Sony EX3, EX1, he used that one because he didn't want to, damn it, he didn't want, I know what he was doing. He didn't want to take the big babies out there in all that weather and that flood, so he broke out with the EX1 or the EX3 or whatever. But that's an old camera. That's a really old camera, but it's a good camera still. So he started off with that one. Then later on, when he got ready to do the news events, then he broke out with his the Burano or the FX9. Okay, if you're in that business, you're making money. He makes a lot of money. He travels on the plane. He got his van. He's got all kind of lights and tripods, and he's really informative because he talks about everything that he does, everything that he makes, all his products and stuff. You know, if he goes to Walmart, he buys batteries or he buys connectors. He's very informative. So check him out, the Cranky Cameraman. That's my boy. But me, I'm past all that. I don't do this for production. I do it as for fun, a hobby, and that's why I'm doing what I'm doing right now. I'm showing you out there, the public, on how to do something on a bro budget Thursday. You get it? On a bro budget Thursday, this is what we're doing. So, like I said, two wooden boxes. I don't even remember where these boxes came from, but it was one of my good boxes I had. Something, a tripod or something came in here, and I was like, you know what, that'd be perfect. And that's when I decided to do the big boy camera once again in 2020. Look at the lens, okay? I was just practicing in my head. I was like, man, I want a big lens, and I wanted to do it with bottles. And I did another one with bottles and everything a long time ago. I still have it, I think. It's in my storage, and it actually that was a funny. I actually made some money with that one. I made some money with it, and I put like a Canon camera. I had a little Canon Canon Vixia camera in there. It was high definition. I used like a laundry detergent bottle. Then I built another body. I made it bigger like this. I went out and I actually made a little money. I didn't make a lot of money. I made a couple $100. But the fact of it is that you can make money doing this. You can make money with your cell phone. And it's not about showing off. It's just about getting the job done. You can use your cell phone. You don't have to have any of this stuff right here. This is just fun. This is just fun for me because these are cameras, like I said, these are cameras that I can't afford and I don't plan on going out and buying. And I'm like, I'm not gonna spend $30,000 for this camera and then another $20,000 for this one, another $20,000 or $10,000. For what? And if you're not making money with it, it's not worth it. If you're making money, you got a business, great. Go out there, get your FX9, start doing some commercial work. If I was younger, I'd probably go do a bunch of commercial work. Right now, my back hurt. My back hurt just from doing this stuff. So I ain't trying to do no commercial work and be out there with the gimbals and doing all this stuff. I'm not trying to do all that. Okay? So I just wanted to show you guys this. This was made in 2022 or somewhere around there when I made this. And I'm just having fun. But going back to the big baby here, going back to the good prints here, let's take a look at this one more time. This is the new stuff. I don't want to damage these prints. Because these were like $10 a pop. Keeping it real. It wasn't cheap. That's the new print right there. That's the new print. That's the new baby. That's what we're looking at right now. 12K. See what I said? I put 12K on the lens. 12K on the lens. Here's my call letters right here for this side. This is my good side right here. WBN63. This is the good side. And this other side is just like the side that I'll be, you know, you rest your neck on or whatever. This is the inside side. And I don't know if I'm going to do any more changes on this. I may paint this all in black. I might paint that in black somehow. And it's going to go on the other side. So I got two different sides here. But that's called bro budgeting. So that's what this is all about. Bro budgeting Thursday and Friday. So this is already painted. We're going to let it dry. I may shoot a couple more coats on it tonight. Who knows? But it's going to be all ready. It'll be ready for tomorrow. And then we got to get some adhesive or something. I'll probably just get some of that double stick tape right now and just stick it on there and see what it looks like. I got to cut this out, actually. I want to cut out the edges and stuff. But I put it on there earlier and I kind of bent it around. It looked pretty good. I kind of bent it around. And then with the top handle, once again, the top handle being black, it looks pretty cool. Now you got that black handle. Now I could drill a bunch of holes in there and make it look like because it's actually pretty thick. I could drill a whole bunch of holes in this thing and make it look like the handle that they use on the camera. I may do something like that later, but it's not a big deal. When you're fabricating, when you're doing what I'm doing, everything doesn't have to be exact unless you want it exact. If you wanted an exact replica, that's what this is. Not an exact replica, but if you want a replica of something, you want an exact replica, and you want to get everything down to the dimensions, that's up to you. I'm just showing you how to do it on a bro budget, really quick, really fast. All the stuff I just did, this probably took me 10 minutes, 20 minutes. I just drilled the holes. I was like, eyeballing it, looking in the middle, in the center. Usually it has like, in bottles and stuff, they always have like a little indentation or something. I was like, okay, right about there. Boom, drill. Do another one, drill. I just drilled right through the cup. I looked at the cup. Cup was off a little bit. I was like, okay, drill. And then I lined it up a little later, lined it up a little bit better. And you can always put other screws in there to secure it. I may do that later on. Because right now it's just one bolt here, one bolt here, one bolt here. Okay? You guys didn't see what I was pointing at, huh? Don't really matter. But there's one bolt between here and here, one bolt nut between here and here, and one bolt nut between here and here and here. So there's not a whole lot of stability. I'll probably put a couple more screws through here, and this cup was kind of weird how I had to do that because the top cap for the cup wasn't the right top cap, unfortunately, and I knew that when I bought it at the dollar store the other day. That's why I got it so cheap, probably for $5. Nobody wanted to buy the cup. It was the only cup left. It was the biggest one they had. It wasn't the right insert. It was glass. It was like plexiglass, and you pop it in, have some rubber around it, and it didn't fit in there tight. So I had to improvise. I had to use my bro budget technology and figure out what I was going to do. So I took that double stick tape that they have at the dollar store. I got a whole bunch of those. They come in little rolls, and they break off into little squares. I took those and I put it all around that cap, and I peeled off each one, double stick tape, and I just stuck it in there. I stuck it in there, and I didn't know it was going to hold. And the goal was I was going to stick it in there, and then I was going to hit screws all the way through, all the way around the side of it, into the cap. I was going to put screws around it to secure it. I didn't have to do it. I stuck that thing in there. I said, oh man, this thing is strong. So I'm good. So now the next level is going to be to make a support bar I'll have to probably put a bracket. I'll probably build a bracket on here. Some kind of bracket for the tripod and everything. A support bar that's gonna come down to here, and then it'll hold the lens. Maybe something that'll pop up there, hold that part, hold that part, hold that part, and now you have a professional looking rig. That's what these are called. They're called rigs, camera rigs. Okay? So just look at this thing one more time from top to bottom here. You guys tell me what you think. I think I did a good job. It's all glossy black right now. This baby's almost ready to go. And I could also put LEDs in here and stuff. I could have LEDs in here and I could make this thing look really, really awesome. I could put the monitors on the side, popping all out. And like I said, once we put the print on there, so you gotta imagine it like this. Imagine the print on there. I'm not gonna put it on there. Look at that, it's gonna blend in. That's the print. And then if I want to add LEDs and lights and all that kinds of other stuff on here, I could do that, and that'll give it even a more professional look. I don't want it to look too professional at all. And like I said, I'm not in this for the business. I'm in this for the fun, just having fun on a Thursday night. People say, Tony, what you gonna do on a Thursday night? This is what I'm doing. Okay, I'm gonna go in here and watch some movies right now. Actually, Star Trek is on. Star Trek's supposed to come on tonight. The new, what do they call it? The new season, Star Trek Worlds, Strange Worlds. Yeah, I got that. So I'm gonna go watch that on Paramount. Keeping it real. Watch that. I already watched my soap operas during the daytime. Already did all that. You know what I'm saying? Bold and the Beautiful. Man, I'm sad. I want to talk about that too. Not Bold and the Beautiful, but Young and the Restless. Bold and Beautiful is pretty good too. But Young and the Restless, man, I'm sorry, man. Dude had to die. What's his name? Damien. Damien died, man. Damien got stabbed in the back. That was jacked up. That was really jacked up. And the saying Cain did it. And then I had to think about it. I prayed about everything the other night when I was doing a bunch of praying. And Cain and Abel. Remember Cain and Abel in the Bible? Cain killed his brother. Remember that? Cain killed his brother? Yeah. And this time, they're saying Cain killed, maybe they got that, maybe they wrote that in, they was thinking that way. But it looks like Cain killed, what's his name, Damien. That was sad, man. That kind of hit me hard. Because he was from Sacramento too, by the way. I want to talk about that. He was from Sacramento. He just got the part. He was supposed to be Nate's long lost brother and all this kind of stuff. He was supposed to be Nate's long lost brother. Came into town and all this other stuff, and you know they was going back and forth, you know. And then later on they became friends and stuff. And he was happy to have a brother, and now got stabbed in the back. Yeah, that kind of hit me hard, keeping it real. But I know they're actors and whatever, but still, it just hit me hard. He probably got another job. He probably working at another soap opera. Who knows? But we're gonna end this section. I've been talking long enough. How long have I been talking? 37 minutes. Dang, 37 minutes. I just wanted to show you guys. This is the result of Bro Building Thursday, and we're gonna extend this into Friday. We're gonna get these prints put on tomorrow. I'm not gonna rush them and try to get them all on tonight. I think I'm gonna get some glue, some adhesive or whatever, and make it really nice and put it on there, and then we'll go from there. I could make it to where it's detachable. I do have some Velcro, so I could put some Velcro on here and just have the print where it's detachable. If I want to make some changes or something, I may do something like that. Because once again, my stuff is not permanent. This is just fun. I'm enjoying it. It's a project. It's something that I want to do. I want to complete. Now, we still have other cameras that we're going to work on, but right now, the Bro budget is tapped out. The Bro budget is tapped out, unless you guys want to donate. That's what I tell you guys. Don't hate, don't wait, donate. If you want to see other cameras like this, once this one's completed, donate. Help a brother out. Right now, like I said, I can't get in my storage. I really don't have no more money to spend on this stuff. This was just a little extra that I had. I had to borrow that, actually. Keep it real. Yeah, I had to borrow that. So, I don't have no more money to spend on this. But at the same time, if you guys enjoy the content of what I'm showing you, taking it to another whole level, maybe making some money with something like this, $100,000 lens. $100,000 lens costing you what? Maybe 15 bucks? Maybe less than that, maybe $10, you know? $2 for that, $2 for that, $2 for that, $5, yeah, maybe $10 for this whole lens. $10 for the whole lens, and then another $10 for the body right here. So when I get done with this, you know, okay, I got $20 right now invested in it. $20 invested in it, and then I got these prints. Okay, I told you these were like $10 a piece. Yeah, that's kind of pricey. But now I got $20 invested. I got $20 in prints. So you got $40 invested. And what do you have? You got a cinema camera. Read my lips. A cinema camera. Okay? Now you can go out there and hang with the big boys if you want to hang with the big boys. Okay? That's what it's about. You know? Don't let nobody put you down. You know, take it to another level. You may not have a FX6. You may not have a Sony FX3 or something. Everybody's gonna be bragging right now. Oh man, you gotta have a red camera. Oh man, you gotta have a FX3. Oh man, you gotta have a Canon, whatever, the Canon R. Everyone's gonna tell you that because that's what they did to me back in the day. When I had my little Quasar camcorder, I was put down. So I had to get out of that. I had to come out of that. I said, you know what? I can still make money with this Quasar camera. I made money with my Quasar camera. Yeah, I used to do the club events back in the day at Rancho Arroyo, going out there and doing the club events. I made a little money. Not a whole lot, but I made money. And I made money doing parties and stuff with other people, birthday parties and all that kind of stuff with my Quasar. You can make money with anything. You can make money with your phone, your iPhone, whatever. And that's what this is about. If you want to make money, the young people out there, go for it. Go out there and buy you an expensive camera if you want to do that. But you don't have to. And that's what I want to show you. I'm shooting right now 1080p. I think it's 1080p. It may not even be 1080p. Might be 720p. But it doesn't matter because it's about content. It's not about the 4K. We're not shooting in 4K. I never, read my lips. I never shoot in 4K. I have a couple 4K cameras. I actually do. I got a Panasonic 4K camera in there right now. Yeah, that's Panasonic. I forgot about that. I got a real nice Panasonic 4K camera. I don't shoot with that because it's not necessary. It takes up too much space. This is faster. I can put it right on the web, get it out. I don't have to edit. None of this is going to be edited. There's no lower thirds. There's no titles. There's none of that. Now, when we go back to this, we got a computer in here, so I don't have to edit with that either. That's the point of the computer. Most of your cameras have computers, but it's for the higher resolutions, it's for the menu system, it's for the LUTs, it's for all the different things that you wanted, and you still can't you can't live stream with most of those cameras. Some of them now you can, but I'm not gonna spend $9,000 for a camera. It's just not me. I'm not gonna spend $5,000 for a camera. It's not me. With the computer that I put in here, the mini PC, you pick those up. I've been posting that all week. Bro Budget Deals, probably post another one tonight. I got my Karma that's the one we're gonna put in there tonight. Is the Karma PC. That was like maybe 150 bucks, somewhere around there. $150, boom. You put your PC in there, boom. You can get watch internet. You can watch Paramount. You can watch Netflix. You can do all that if you pay for that extra, yeah. But that's what the computer. When I put the computer in here, I'll be able to do everything that I normally do. I can watch movies. I can get on the internet. I can check my emails. I can do OBS. I can do live streaming. I can do my graphics and titles, all right there on the spot. You don't got to carry around a whole bunch of cases with computers and live view units to go live. I've been saying this for a long time. I'm just excited. That's why I'm so happy, because I always wanted the big live view units, the backpacks. I always wanted all that stuff, and I was like, now do I really need it? No. Back then, I probably would have went out there and did some production stuff and commercial work or whatever, but right now, no. So unless you're doing that type of thing, you don't need the live view backpacks, the live view 300 unit that they have, and you know, I love that stuff. I went to NAB back in the day. I was like, man, I want one of those. I want that. I want this. I want that. The Teradek. I can tell you all the latest and greatest stuff. The portable video systems, the live view, the live what is that? Stream. It was just so many systems they had. TriCasters. I don't even want to talk about TriCasters. I got a couple of TriCasters too. I could build a TriCaster on that thing if I want to too. But no. OBS. I repeat. OBS is free. Free software that you can get off the internet that will go on your PC. Doesn't take a whole lot of power. These mini PCs have been running OBS. I've had no problem whatsoever. I got a pocket PC in there that I got. That's the one that actually I was going to use for the car across the street. But I don't know yet. I don't know if I'm going to use that one or not. I've got it set up right now on the Sony camera, on the Sony retro camera from 1987. I think I'm going to leave it on that. But it can be used for the car across the street as well, you know. But we're gonna sign off right now. I'm gonna let you guys go. And I just want to say, Bro Budget Building, Thursday. I'm happy to be here, happy to be alive, thankful to be alive. Thank God to be alive. And I may put my projects on hold for a while. I'm keeping it real. Did a lot of praying last night. And I want to tell you, these projects are not very important. They're not important. What's more important is being right with God, being right with Jesus Christ, Lord and Savior. So None of this stuff is really important. If something happens to me today, tomorrow, none of this stuff is important. Nobody's going to finish my work. Nobody's going to finish my projects. But I'm just happy to be alive another day. Once again, 62 years old. How am I looking? Boom. 62 years old. Still feeling good. Got my little projects. Having fun. And that's what this video is all about. So I just wanted to show you guys the progress of where we are, what we're doing. And I tell you guys, once again, if you like this content, if you like the cameras and stuff that I'm working on, and these little, if you like this stuff, you see how it makes me happy. If you like this stuff, just once again go to my Cash App, $Tony McDo, because I love you, and we out.